Word to your mother, my name's Steve, this channel is... What? I'm filming about an hour. Oh, do you know where my hoodie is, by the way? Because I can't film a gym fragrance video without wearing a hoodie, because that's just ridiculous. No, I can't find it anywhere. No, I would wear a vest, but all my gym vests are in the wash, so I can't. Wear one of your vests? That's not going to work, is it? Really? Word to your mother, my name's Steve, this channel is FRAG30 and thank you for tuning in. As always, I love you for doing so. Today's video is a sort of subscriber's choice because ages ago somebody requested that I did a cheap gym fragrances video and this is it. So today I'm bringing you my top 5 gym fragrances for those people that are on a budget. Now, the things I look for in a gym fragrance, there's 3 things. I'm looking for something that's simple, that's clean and it's fresh. I'm not looking for heavy or complicated or rich fragrances. I want something that's really simple, but it's really clean and fresh for in the gym. I'm not looking for performance. If anything, I want something that's, does not project, because I don't want somebody to come off the treadmill on the other side of the room and be choked out because all they can do is inhale my fragrance. That's not what I'm looking for, because I'm not going to win any popularity contests. Longevity is not an issue either. I can get to the gym and get home within 2 hours. So again, even the worst performing fragrances should meet that. For the gym fragrance, I want something that's clean and fresh, but I don't want anything that's too floral because there's a lot of alpha males at my gym. It's a sort of weights gym, so I don't want to kind of turn up sort of smelling like a sort of bouquet of roses. So I want something that's fresh, but I kind of want something that's kind of got a manly edge to it. And if there's any hot women at the gym, I don't mind smelling just a little hint of sexy as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for in a gym fragrance. So let's see if I can find it in 5 super cheap fragrances that all cost about £20 or under. So the first fragrance in the list is the cheapest fragrance in the list as well. It can be had in the UK for about £7, which is a great bargain. I've spoken about this fragrance on my channel before. It is Calum Best Original Gold Edition. This is a great gym fragrance. It does have shockingly poor performance, but it will be fine for the gym scenario. It wears really close, so you're not going to choke anybody out, and it will last about an hour in the gym, so don't worry about that. And it smells really good. It's got some freshness at the top from some bergamot, some mandarin and some spearmint. That spearmint really gives it a nice fresh kick. There's some florals in the mid, but they're not too heavy and not too floral, so no need to worry about kind of coming across too feminine if that's your concern, if there's some big alpha males doing some squats or something. And in the base there's amber, there's tonka and there's some leather to give it a nice manly kind of sort of base. So it's a really good gym fragrance. It's really nice and fresh, and if you get close enough to any women, they'll probably kind of be able to pick it up, and they'll probably kind of think it's kind of sexy as well. So it's a great gym fragrance, and it doesn't matter for £7. You can just chuck it in your gym bag and not really worry too much about it. So yeah, great gym fragrance. That's Calum Best Original Gold Edition, £7. In at number 4 is a fragrance that I originally saw on Iffy Shares YouTube channel, and then also my buddy Nigel also featured it on his. And shout out to Nigel as well, because he helped me kind of try and find the same eBay buyer that he bought his from, because it seems on this fragrance performance varies quite a lot person to person. That fragrance is Lataffa Najdia. So this is basically a clone of Invictus Aqua, the 2016 version. I've never owned Invictus Aqua, but I have smelt it a few times in store and in airports, and from memory this does seem a little bit greener, but I've not done a side-by-side comparison. But it is a lovely, fresh, kind of green, aquatic, slightly sweet fragrance. Now, it's not, I wouldn't worry too much about that sweetness. Some people kind of think, oh, is that going to be a bit too cloying or a bit too sweet? Well, to be honest, well, on my skin, it's not. It is, you do get some of that slight bubblegumness from the Invictus DNA, but it's not too heavy or cloying, not on my skin anyway. So it kind of works quite well in the heat and in the gym. It's a nice, fresh fragrance. And if there's any ladies at the gym, they might pick it up and they'll probably kind of think, hey, who's that sexy dude who's sweating his bollocks off? Performance, as I've said, does seem to vary. Now, Iffy on his channel said this was like Invictus Aqua on steroids. Now, I don't kind of get that. Nigel kind of gets somewhere in between. I get quite good longevity. It seems to hang around for several hours, but as I say, in a gym scenario, that doesn't really matter. And on me, the projection is quite soft. It wears quite close, and I found that, you know, when I first got it, I thought, oh, perhaps this could be a bit much, I better go easy on the trigger. But I've tried a few times and I've gone quite heavy on it, and I've never had any issues of choking anybody out or anything like that. The projection seems to be quite soft and wear quite close on my skin anyway, but it does seem to vary person to person, so I can't comment on what you're going to get. Just try to make sure you get a reputable seller on eBay, that's my advice. So yeah, in at number 4, Lataffa Najdia. In at number 3 is a great fragrance that I've raved about, and it's a fragrance that I took on my summer holiday. It is Uomo from the house of Zegna. Now, I'm not going to speak too much about this because I've featured this in a few videos, but this is a lovely, clean, fresh fragrance. I really enjoy this. The main notes that I get is sort of violet leaf, but it's not kind of too heavy and floral because it's kind of got a sort of freshness that kind of lifts it up. So it's not kind of, as I said, don't need to worry about it being too floral in the gym. It's just a really nice clean accord that's kind of gets a nice fresh kick from some of the citruses at the top. But the citrus is not too heavy or over the top or kind of in your face like a lot of full-on summer fragrances. So this I really love. Again, this works really well. It's not a beast projector, but I wouldn't go too heavy in the gym just because that violet leaf could be a bit prominent if somebody gets quite close. But it's just a lovely, clean, fresh accord, and you can get 50ml for £15 in the UK. So it is a cracking cheapie, which you can wear in numerous other places as well, like the office or kind of casual in the evenings or on a date, or it's got some great versatility. So it's definitely worth picking this up and having it in your collection. That's Zegna Uomo. In at number 2 is a fragrance that you all have heard of, so I'll cut straight to the chase. It is Coach for Men, the original EDT version. Now, I first smelt this at the airport and I sprayed it on a card, and I just loved the pear note. I just fell in love with that pear note, to be honest. I just kept coming back to it and smelling it and really enjoying the pear. So when I got home, I ordered a bottle online, and you can get this really good value now in the UK at least. I got 60ml for about £22, so it is a great bargain. When I started wearing it and give it a full kind of proper wear in, I was slightly disappointed that that pear note didn't hang around for longer and wasn't a bit more prominent like it is in the opening, because it does die off. But you are left with a lovely kind of easy, I know it gets sort of used all the time, but it's very shower gelish. It's a very clean shower gel scent that you're not going to cause any offence. Nobody's going to dislike this. It's perfectly clean. I do pick up on the suede note in there to give it this very subtle leather accord in the base, but it's definitely not prominent. Nobody else seems to mention the suede or this leathery type of accord, so I wouldn't worry about that or let that put you off, but I do kind of detect that. But that does give it a slightly manly edge with that freshness, that fresh shower jelly kind of vibe. So yeah, this is a great gym fragrance, but you'll also get some use in the office and even kind of, you know, on a night out or going to a bar or pub or something like that. So yeah, Coach for Men, the original EDT, is great value now because the prices have really come down. So yeah, check it out. In at number 1 is a fragrance that nobody talks about. I've featured it in one of my other videos before, so you might remember it. It is Just Cavalli from the house of Roberto Cavalli. This makes a great gym fragrance. It's super cheap. I got this 90ml bottle for less than £20 in the UK. It's got the simplest note breakdown I've ever seen. According to FRAG30, there's pink pepper, there's vetiver, and there's leather, and that is it. I think there's a little bit more going on at the top because it opens very kind of fresh and sort of citrusy. The opening kind of reminds me a little bit of kind of shower gel or Axe or Lynx as it is in the UK. It's kind of got that very sort of simple kind of teenagery sort of Axe Lynx kind of vibe going on at the top. But once it dries down, it becomes the vetiver and the leather give it this, the vetiver gives it this really nice freshness, and the leather gives it a slightly manly edge, which is exactly what I'm looking for in my gym. I want to be clean and fresh, but kind of manly, because there's a lot of alpha males and there's a few hot women as well. So, you know, don't mind being a little bit manly, or trying to be at least. As I say, this is ideal for the gym. It's, you know, it's not the most exciting fragrance in the world. I don't kind of, you know, get excited or look forward to wearing it as such, but it's really, really pleasant. It's one of the fragrances that whenever I wear, I always think, God, why don't I wear this more often? It's just, you know, really nice. Great for the gym, nice chunky solid bottle that you can throw in your bag. You haven't got to worry about it. As I say, you can get 90 ml for less than £20. So yeah, that's my #1 fragrance. In fact, this is the fragrance I wore to the gym tonight, so I'll just have a little top up, treat myself. So that's it, that's my top 5 fragrances to wear to the gym if you are on a budget. I hope you found it useful and there's a few picks that you kind of not thought about before. If you did find it useful, please hit that thumbs up button. It kind of really helps me grow the channel. And also, if you haven't done so, please hit that subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me. Thanks again. By all means, comment below. Let me know what you like to wear to the gym. And also, feel free to make some suggestions for videos. You know, I might not get around to it in the sort of next week or so, but eventually I will get to them. Or at least try, I promise. Thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And I will see you for the next one. And much love.